Hey guys, so this is obviously a little outside of the regular sort of videos you'll see here, but I felt because this was my country and I've spent the last sort of 24 hours watching both the national coverage and the international coverage of what's happening, that it was important to address some things that you probably need to hear this from someone who is here, admittedly not in Christchurch, but is still seeing what is going on, so that hopefully I can help you understand why things are the way they are. So most of you already know what happened. In short, someone not from New Zealand but had been living here for a couple of years came here, planned a terrorist attack, walked into a mosque, two mosques, and killed 50 people. Our police were onto it as fast as they could be. The whole thing, the guy was in custody within, I think it was 36 minutes. But obviously, if you walk into a crowded room with a gun, you're going to do a lot of damage, and that's exactly what's happened. The first thing I really wanted to address was, you'll hear a lot of "this is not us," and to sort of expand on what that means, that what this person has done does not represent New Zealand as a culture, as a country. So New Zealand, I could not have wished to have been born in any other country in the world. We are an inclusive society, regardless of religion, ethnicity, sexuality. You know, everyone is welcome here. Being raised here, you're brought up to be inclusive of the people around you, understand that they have the rights to live their lives in the way that they want to live their lives, and practice their religion however they see fit, provided it doesn't impact the people around them. And that's what we have here. People born in this country, people who come to this country, they embrace the New Zealand lifestyle, and it works. And it works great, and it works to the point where we become the target. Because if you want to upset the world, if you want to prove that nowhere is safe, then you go to one of the safest countries in the world and you do something like this. When this sort of thing happens, because we are such a small country, we feel it, right? Christchurch seems to be getting it all at the moment. They've been through some terrible earthquakes that they've just started to sort of recover from. But, you know, we're 5 million people as a country, so when something happens anywhere in the country, we band together. We really, 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 you know, we come to each other's aid, and we know there's no room for discrimination. None whatsoever. The response from Kiwis in the last 24 hours has been everything I would expect it to be. They've gathered around the Muslim community in this country. They've reached out their hands and said, you know, you are us, you are all Kiwis. It doesn't matter what your religion is, it doesn't matter where you came from to get here. You are absolutely part of this country. You represent everything that this country stands for. You know, it's beautiful, right? And the Muslim community, their leaders here, have been very quick to defend New Zealand as a place of peace and acceptance. You know, when it's good here, it's very, very good. To talk to the point of, you know, this anti-Islam, this xenophobia that seems to be infecting the world, it's important to note that we're not immune. We definitely don't have the large number of people in this country that represent those beliefs. They're very, very much few and far between. Our political spectrum, there's no space in our politics for anti-Muslim rhetoric. It's been great to see our politicians all come together and, you know, back each other up and say this has no place in this country. I won't pretend that there isn't racism. You know, we're not perfect, right? There's definitely occurrences of racism, xenophobia, Islamophobia, you know, just any stuff. It happens here, right? But it is on such a small scale that you wouldn't expect to encounter it in your day-to-day life, right? These people stick to them. They stay within their little realm. Unfortunately, it only takes one person. It only takes one person to try to ruin the peace. I guess I really just want to make it clear that when you're watching this stuff on the news, when you're hearing about the West, not, you know, Islamophobia in the West and all that sort of thing, this isn't who we are as a country. We're not immune to it, obviously. We have things that we can and we will do better after this. And we have to get a lot better at calling out this hatred now. Not just, you know, in person, but social media. I know they'll be looking at our gun laws, which are, you know, they're not terrible, but they're obviously not good enough. We're not... I guess it sort of speaks to who we are as the country. We haven't had a mass shooting like this in, I don't know, 20, 25 years, because, again, the people here are not... They're just not that way, right? We don't think like this. We don't wish harm on our fellow human beings. So yes, when you hear bad, please remember what I've shown you today. We are a wonderful country. This will make us stronger. We are in a phenomenal position. But now we have been targeted because we are beautiful, because we are peaceful, and we have to react to that now. We have to gather ourselves and fight this hatred with unmitigated kindness. And really now we have to show the rest of the world that, you know, this isn't just who we are. Maybe there are lessons to be learned here. Maybe you can go 20, 30 years and not have to worry about this sort of thing happening, because everyone feels so loved. Yeah. Kia kaha. Stay strong. And thank you for all the love that you have been sending to this country for the last couple of days. Thank you.